Alright, welcome to Thursday. It is my track review. No. Oh shit. My album review. What else do they have to look forward to? Or is it just this today?
It's just this today.
Oh, okay then.
They better make it good.
Let's get into it. I did RTJ 4 by RTJ, also known as Run the Jewels. Put it right there.
That's backwards.
Put my finger down. RTJ. Do it like this, dude. RTJ, and then do like it going down. You know that one? It could be like Run the Jewels like that. All right. And then put a picture of me photoshopped in with them, like I'm a part of them. On stage. I want it on stage. Like me performing on stage with them.
Do you have a photo of you performing?
Nah.
I'll Photoshop that.
Do this here. I'll do this. Here. That's me performing. No, wait, hang on. There we go. That's me performing. That's me.
I like that.
Me doing the fingers like, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so. Alright, Run the Jewels for the Pink album. Each album sort of had a colour behind it. There was the black, red, blue, and now pink. In order, of course, from the original to 2, 3, and 4. This was released earlier. How many days early? 1.5 days early. So they only did 36 hours of promotion. Not promotion, of counting towards album sales. Because if you release it on Thursday, you only get 1 day. You don't get till next Thursday. So they still got a top 10 album with only a day and a half.
Which is very impressive.
Yeah, they sold 38,000, I think I read. Yeah, 38,000 units in the first 36 hours. This album is a really great reflection on the world as we know it. And this was, I would assume, a lot of this was recorded before the passing of George Floyd in Minnesota.
Yeah.
There's a really great line on the song Walking... Well, not a great line, but a very poignant line on Walking in the Snow, which I think is one of the best songs of the year. It has almost 50,000 more than the next closest on Genius, and like 100,000 more than all the others, basically. And yeah, so they just said, why wait to release this? The world we're living in needs to just sort of... the world is infested with bullshit. So here's something raw to listen to while you deal with it all. We hope it brings you some joy. Stay safe and hopeful out there, and thank you for giving two friends the chance to be heard and do what they love. Was a quote from
Killer Mike?
No, I think that was the duo commented that. So I don't know if it was both of them or if that was a joint statement. They're quite immature at times. They like to throw around a bit of a dick joke and whatnot, but this album definitely is much more mature, much more real, and they're both obviously activists. Killer Mike is a great advocate in Atlanta. He speaks to like politicians and he speaks to crowds. He came out after the death of George Floyd and spoke to sort of the media and the people. LP just as committed, and obviously supports his friend. But yeah, the notes on this album were much more serious. Songs like Yankee and the Brave, which was the opening, Holy Kalama Fuck, Goonies vs. E.T., Walking in the Snow, and Just, as well as a few words for the Firing Squad, are the ones that I'm really going to break down today. Really important message. And obviously Killer Mike has a bit more skin in the game, obviously being of colour, but LP definitely sort of punches holes through the the ideals of police and sort of Americanization of America, sort of breaking down people of colour and sort of oppressing anyone, really. What were the two songs? No, they only had one. No, Yankee and the Brave and Ooh La La were released early, I believe. So yeah, a lot of you might have heard that. But a great album, and let's get into breaking down the first song, which was Yankee and the Brave. Now, it just comes in very hard. So Killer Mike starts it. Back at it like a crack addict, Mr. Black Magic, crack a bitch back, chiropractic, craftmatic.
Fucking hell.
Big Daddy smoking Big Cali in a back alley in a black Grand Natty rolling down Old Natty. Hair nappy Matty as my black granddaddy. All fact, no capping, fat black boat, captain stay floating, no flapping wave runner, I'm a gunner. I'ma have your block hot as a sauna all summer, and I put that on Osama and my motherfucking mama. I'ma terrorize the actors playing like they want some drama. I'ma chop 'em with the chopper till I motherfucking drop 'em.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's the opening line.
He's a very talented lyricist.
Yeah. And then LP comes in, stack addict, a Mac with the blackest fabric on the back. I magically rack it and dash while I'm ducking rat-a-tat-tats. I'm running the truck over sucker shit. Matter of fact, kiss the ass and even the crack. Automatic facts, it's a. And then it's scammer bliss when you're putting villains in charge of shit. All of us targeted. All we doing is arguing. Pardon them as they work until every pocket's been picked and soul's been harvested. I'm ready to mob on these fucking charlatans.
That was nice.
Yeah, and then I want to talk about verse 4, which is Killer Mike, and he touches on, this is like sort of the first touch on sort of the issues at hand and the politicalness of this album, which obviously runs through it. So I got 1 round left, 100 cops outside. I could shoot them or I could shoot at them or put one between my eyes. Choose the latter, it don't matter, it ain't suicide. And if the news say it was, that's a goddamn lie. I can't let the pigs kill me. I got too much pride. And I meant it when I said it. They'll never take me alive.
Jesus.
And then verse 6 again. My brother made a point, so out the back door I'ma slide. I'm chubby, husky, thighs rubbing, fucking up my Levi's. A crooked copper got the dropper, I put lead in his eyes. 'Cause we heard he murdered a black child, so none of us cried.
Gee, that is hard hitting.
That is hard hitting. And yeah, it obviously is talking about like Black Lives Matter and things like that, and the corruption that's rampant through America. And LP, great production on this. Like, the whole thing is really great. The beat switch on Holy Kalama Fuck is just insane. DJ Premier's on this one too, on Ooh La La, which is a really great track, and they do like a nice little collab on that. Just, the beat is really nice on Just, and the beat on A Few Words for the Frying Squad is so simple, so easy to listen to. And I would put LP up there as being like one of the most talented I don't know, what would you call that? He raps and produces. Multi-talented man, I suppose.
Yes, I suppose so.
He's up there with like the likes of Kanye West.
Yeah.
That can do it both. Like, I think Kanye's like a little bit better, but I wouldn't really call Kanye a rapper. Where LP Moore is definitely like a rapper. So that's Yankee and the Brave. The song E.T., what is it called? Goonies versus E.T. Like, that bloody chorus gets stuck in my head all the time. Where LP is just singing in like his weird, like, I don't even know what to call it, like his dark voice or something. I'll play it.
Oh, Jesus. That scared me. Oh yeah, so it's like pitch down.
Yeah. Yeah, very
That's very old school.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They're in their bag. Killer Mike goes nuts on this one again. I want to touch on this. Amazing, ain't it? How he made it and didn't fake it. Life's disguised. The truth is butt naked. Used to be a time I'd see it and not say it. Now I understand that woke folk be playing. Ain't no revolution that's televised or digitized. You've been hypnotized and twitterized by silly guys. Cue to the evening news. Make sure you ill-advise. Got you celebrating the generators of genocide. Any good deed is pummeled, punished and penalized. Rulers of the world slice it up like a dinner pie. Race in a nation told you to identify. People take false pride in warfare incentivized. Fuck that, me and my tribe, we on the illa vibe. We accept the role of the villains cause we've been villainized. Stomped to the dirt of the earth, we still arise. In the terror dome, leave me alone as I soliloquize. This is a license to ill with a license to kill. Like, it just goes hard in there.
It's a lot of artists sort of, when they sort of turn to a more sort of mature leaf, they lose a lot of their like lyrical ability.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, most of the time, it's a scale. You get one or the other.
Yeah.
But these guys just somehow manage to give you both.
Yeah, exactly.
At the same time.
And the chorus by Greg Nice and LP on Ooh La La is quite catchy and does get stuck in my head, so I will play that.
Oh, that's lovely.
The beat is nice on this track too. Like, each track has just as good as production, it's just different. It's whatever you prefer.
I like how it's like slightly detuned.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you were singing before.
Yeah. That's literally all it is.
So they did have like a bit of immaturity in the track still?
Some, but it's very... They were more like fathers and husbands and activists, rappers, fans. They made this for the people.
Yeah.
You can tell that throughout the whole thing.
I really like that.
Yeah, Killer Mike's verse on this track as well. First of all, fuck the fucking law, we is fucking raw. Steak tartare, oysters on the half shell, sushi bar. Life a bitch and the pussy fish still fucked her raw. And then he says, I got a semi in the hemi going gimme gimme ya. Pugilistic with my linguistics, Jera the Demar. And I rap it pornographic, bitch, set up the camera.
I like that. This is the gimme gimme ya, like the
shimmy shimmy yeah. That's before it's like, oh dirty bastard, go in your jaw, shimmy shimmy ya. Got the semi in the hemi going gimme gimme ya.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
And then I'm gonna save Walking in the Slow right for the end, just because it's like such a, I don't know, it's so powerful. So then there's Just, which is Zach Della Rocha, who is the vocalist from Rage Against the Machine. I don't know if he's the sole vocalist. I've never listened to Rage Against the Machine, but I have heard of Zach Della Rocha because he's worked previously with Run the Jewels, and he brings this violent energy. Like, he's like a, I don't know, Rage Against the Machines, I'm assuming, is a rock band, like a punk rock band almost.
The only thing I've heard about them is the thing that Denzel Curry did with them.
Oh, the Bulls on Parade, or whatever it's called. Parade of the Bulls, whatever, yeah. They're very politically charged from what I can gather. And Zach, ZDLA, I think.
Even just the name, sorry to interrupt, but Rage Against the Machine, that's a very... Yeah.
What is it? Zach, ZDLR, that's what it is. Zach Della Rocha, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He brings, like, this sort of energy that, like, no rapper can bring. Like, I'm gonna play... I'll break down the song first, but he just brings like this, like it's like a punch.
Just the rawness. And energy.
Yeah, and this is with Pharrell Williams as well. And it's the chorus is very, very powerful. He says, "Look at all these slave masters posing on your dollar," and then that is referring to the $1 bill, $2 bill, $20 bill, $50 bill, and $100 bill. All having slave owners on them. So all of those people owned slaves. So they're all obviously presidents.
Yeah.
So the only ones that didn't are Abraham Lincoln on the $5 bill.
Yeah, obviously.
And Alexander Hamilton on the $10 bill.
Okay.
So that's
quite bad.
That's a reference, posing on your dollars, as in like they're on your money. They're literally right there. Black people have to see that every day, obviously. So.
And what's crazy to me as well, this is sort of diverting away from the album, so I'm sorry about that. If you think about World War II, if you're in Germany now and you make a joke about like Jewish people, or you say something alluding to the fact that Hitler is good, you can face jail time. Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
And that happened after slavery was ended.
Yeah.
Like, I think, I haven't done my research on this, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think Abraham Lincoln put an end to slavery sort of like late 1800s.
I have literally no idea.
It was somewhere around then, like 1870 or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but it was in the 1800s. And then World War II happened, like, 1930, 1940, something like that.
Yeah.
and yet Germany is so much further ahead, like progressively. It blows my mind that America hasn't like advanced like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Killer Mike's verse again. I'm talking a lot about Killer Mike. And your country getting run by a casino owner, pedophiles sponsor all these racist bastards. And I told you once before, you should kill your master. Now that's the line that's probably going to get my ass assassinated.
Oh. What does he mean by pedophiles? I don't know anything about.
I don't know, something probably about the royal family or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's his name? LP comes in and says, Beat Richie, this is New York City, the X on the map where the pain keep hitting, just us ducks sitting here, where murderous chokehold cops still earning a living. Funny how they say money don't matter, that's rich now, isn't it? Get it? Comedy? Try to sell a pack of smokes to get food, get killed, and it's not an anomaly. But hey, it's just money.
Oh, that line, but hey, it's just money.
Yeah.
Like, he's just shrugging all that off.
Yeah.
That's really powerful.
Now, I want to just start the Zach De La Rocha. I'm just going to have to guess where it is. That's Pharrell.
Yeah.
And then Zach comes in right after this.
That beat as well, the choir.
Yeah. Like, that's just so...
Yeah. You know, there's just like spit coming out of his mouth as he's doing that.
A few words for the firing squad. Killer Mike, right at the end of Killer Mike's second verse, I believe it is. Yeah, it's very, very, very... I'm just going to read out the whole verse. So, black child in America, the fact that I made its magic, black and beautiful. The world broke my mama heart and she died an addict. God bless me to redeem her in my thoughts, words, and my actions. Satisfaction for the devil, god damn it, he'll never ever have it. This is for the do-gooders and the no-gooders used and then abused. For the truth-tellers tied to the whipping post, left beaten, battered and bruised. For those whose body hung from a tree like a piece of strange fruit. Go hard to the last words. Last words to the firing squad was fuck you too. And obviously the strange fruit is referring to that old song. I don't actually know who sings that, but Kanye West obviously talked about it on his song New Slaves, I believe it was. So Strange Fruit by Billie Holiday is the song, and the Kanye West song is Blood on the Leaves, obviously referring, and Strange Fruit was the black people hanging from trees referred to as like, oh, that's a strange fruit growing from that tree. They were obviously dead.
And like a person.
Yeah, and he says this is for those whose body hung from a tree like a piece of strange fruit. Very, very tough. Like it's so hard hitting. Like this whole a part that I didn't remember where it was, but I've just found it. He says friends tell her he could be another Malcolm, he could be another Martin. Obviously talking about the people that have died.
Yeah.
She told her partner, I need a husband more than the world need a martyr. Which martyr means like someone that dies for a cause.
Yeah.
So George Floyd is obviously an unintended martyr.
Yeah.
Like everything's happened around him.
Yeah.
But she needs a husband more than the world needs that.
Yeah.
Like she wants him more than
she wants him alive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's basically what he's saying, and it's such a powerful album. And I know I haven't really broken down the album as a whole. I think you should go and check that out. Just speaking on it before I move on to the final track, and then I'm going to leave it. I'm going to play a bit of the track, and I will play the beat switch in Holy Kalama Fuck, because I do think that's good. But it's a shortened version of what we've seen from Run the Jewels before. My favourite project from them was Run the Jewels 2, which is what I was introduced to. And this is a much more focused effort, much more serious, much more of a reflection of the world that we live in at the moment. And it's crazy that this was mostly written before this, the latest event. So
and it just happens to line
repeated,
up.
History repeated itself. So go ahead and check it out. It is a heavy hitting album, really great album. So now I will play the beat switch in Holy Kalama Fuck.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. I just really liked the beat switch there. But the centerpiece for the album is the verse by Killer Mike. It's so insanely powerful. I will play it, but I will read it through first. So the way I see it, you're probably freest from the age of 1 to 4. Around the age of 5, you're shipped away for your body to be stored. They promise education, but really they give you tests and scores. And they predict and prison population by who scores the lowest. And usually the lowest scores the poorest, and they look like me. And every day on the evening news, they feed you fear for free. And you so numb you watch a cop choke out a man like me, until my voice goes from a shriek to whisper, I can't breathe. And you sit there in the house on couch and watch it on TV. The most you give's a Twitter rant and call it a tragedy. But truly the travesty, you've been robbed of your empathy, replaced it with apathy. I wish I could magically fast forward to the future so you can face it and see how fucked up it'll be. I promise I'm honest. They're coming for you the day after they coming for me. I'm reading Chomsky, I read Bukowski, I'm laying low for a week. I said something on behalf of my people and I popped up in the WikiLeaks. Thank God that I'm covered, the devil comes smothered. And you know that evil don't sleep. Dick Gregory told me a couple of secrets before he laid down in his grave. All this to serve the same masters, all of us nothing but slaves. Never forget, in the story of Jesus, the hero was killed by the state. That is powerful.
That's hard to hear as well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like hearing it.
Yeah.
But, like, it needs to be heard.
Yeah. And I will say the part by LP, hungry for the truth, but you got screwed and drank the Kool-Aid. There's a line. It ends directly at the edge of the mass grave. That's their design. Funny fact about the cage, they're never just built for one group. So when the cage is done with them, it'll come for you. The newest, lowest on the totem. Well, golly gee, you've been used. You helped fuel the death machine that down the line will kill you too. Pseudo Christians, y'all different. Kids in prison ain't a sin. Shit. If even one scrap of what Jesus taught connected, you'd feel different. What a disingenuous way to piss away existence. I don't get it. I'd say you lost your minds if y'all possessed one to begin with.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to play Walking in the Snow, and the part where he says I can't breathe is... Yeah. Around the age of 5, you shipped away for your body to be stored. They promise education, but really they give you tests and scores. And they predict the prison population by who's scoring the lowest. And usually the lowest scores the poorest, they look like me. And every day on the evening news, they feed you fear for free. And you so numb, you watch the cops choke out a man like me. Until my voice goes from a shriek to whisper, I can't breathe. And you sit there in the house on couch and watch it on TV. That's heavy. That is heavy shit right there.
I wonder if that song was written after the event happened.
I don't think so.
Or it was like slightly edited to accommodate that.
No, I think I read that it was about the Eric Garner death, which obviously he was choked out as well.
Yeah.
Choked to death.
So it just happened to have happened again. Like, pretty much like right at the same time they were planning on releasing.
Yeah. That's
fucking intense. And that just really shows you as well how often it happens as well. Yeah. That like it's such an unplanned event, obviously, for this album release to line up with that. The fact that it just happened shows how often it happens.
But yeah, great album, very heavy, very content and lyrical heavy. Kendrick Lamar said it the best. If you want rap music, go listen to Killer Mike because he does it the best. And
I agree with that.
LP is such a talented artist and producer, so go and check him out. I'm giving this also a 9 out of 10, so 2 big scores this week for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, be sure to check that out, and we'll see you tomorrow for the quiz.
See you then. That's a wrap. Fucking good album review, mate.